We're going to start our phonics lesson with a warm-up. I'm going to say a word. Listen. Jump. The word jump has one syllable. Now listen to the next word. Jumping. How many syllables do you hear in the word jumping? Right, there are two syllables. Jump and ing. Let's do some together. Listen. Surprising. How many syllables do you hear? Surprising. There are three syllables in surprising. Now let's do more. Tell me how many syllables you hear in each word. Closed. Closed. 1. Babies. Babies. 2. Running. Running. 2. Faster. Faster. 2. Biggest. Biggest. 2. Passes. Passes. 2. Studying. Studying. 3. Great job. Now, on your screen, you see some pets. I wrote the word pet. Petted and petting. Say the words with me and listen for the endings. Pet, petted, petting. To keep the short sound in pet, when we add the ending ed or ing, we need to double the final consonant. Look, we doubled the T before we could add ed. We doubled the T before we could add ing. For each of these words, the base word is pet, which is what the first word was. Okay, see that? So we also can look at this word, because sometimes you don't double the final consonant, sometimes you need to drop the final E. Here's an example. Like, liked, and liking. In this example, our base word like is the same, but before we could add ed, we dropped the E, so it doesn't read L-I-K-E-E-D. In liking, we did the same thing. Dropped the E before we could add the ending ing. Let's look at another set of words. Let me get our friends back on the screen a minute. There we go, because they're so cute. Big, bigger, and biggest. Say the words with me and listen for the endings. Big, bigger, biggest. Now, to keep the short sound in big, when we added the ending er or est, we must double the final consonant. Okay? You can see that the base word in each of these words is the same as the first. Big. We doubled and added er. Big. We doubled and added est. This is the word wishes. Can you say the word? Wishes. We add es to the word wish to make the word wishes. We had to add es. Okay, read the word with me. Wishes. Good job. Today you also have two decodable readers to read. This first one is called Birdwatching. It starts on page 83 and ends on page 90. In this story, there are words that have our endings ed, ing, er, est, or es, like we just did in the first part of this video. All right, don't forget to do your preview of the story. Again, 83 through 90. and predict what you think the story is going to be about before you read it. You're going to read it through 2 times, once on your own silently, and once either to your learning adult or just out loud, maybe to your pet or a stuffed animal. Okay? The second decodable reader starts on page 91, and it's called Benches. This is a review of all the things we've talked about in phonics. You have the long I spelled I-G-H-Y or I-E, and you have the endings ed, ing, er, est, and es. So it's all the things we've talked about in phonics this week. This story starts on page 91 and ends on page 98. You're going to do a preview of the story and then predict what you think the story will be about. And then you're going to read it through 2 times. Again, once on your own silently, and then once either to your learning adult at home or just out loud. All right, so you're going to do that in a second. First, let me show you your reader's notebook page where we will practice our base words and endings ed, ing, er, est, and es. Turn to page 188 in your reader's notebook. Here's where we will practice those endings that we talked about. You're going to write the word that best completes each sentence using the words from the box. So let's read the words inside the box. Smaller, jumped, riding, highest, foxes. Let's do the first one together. Those trees are the of all. The highest of all. I'm going to write that on the blank and then read the complete sentence to make sure that it definitely was the best choice for your sentence. Do 2 through 5 on your own, and then don't forget to read your 2 decodable readers today as well.